Good day everyone, my name is Vivienne Potgieter and I'm currently an occupational therapy master's student at the University of Witwatersrand in South Africa. I'm currently busy with my research on the topic Understanding Community Service Occupational Therapists' Experiences in Wheelchair Service Delivery in Rural South Africa. In South Africa, occupational therapists, or OTs, must complete a year of community service before registering as independent practitioners with our National Health Board. During this community service, OTs are placed in public healthcare facilities ranging from well-resourced urban hospitals to isolated and under-resourced rural clinics. Past research has investigated rural healthcare facilities and the experience of novice OTs during their community service year. Both have identified challenges. During this year, community service occupational therapists are expected to provide wheelchair services to communities that they serve. Wheelchair service delivery is considered a complex and specialized skill in occupational therapy and plays a crucial role in enhancing patients' functioning and overall quality of life. A community service OT must be able to complete the necessary steps of wheelchair services in settings where resources are potentially limited and guidance from more experienced OTs is potentially unavailable. Considering the complexity of wheelchair services, the existing challenges in rural healthcare facilities, and past research descriptions of OT's experience of their community service year, I wanted to understand how community service OTs describe their experience in delivering wheelchair services in rural contexts in South Africa. The objectives for the research were to explore community service OT's experience in delivering wheelchair services in rural settings, to describe the barriers and facilitators involved, and to describe this community service OT's support needs. A constructivist epistemology was adopted for this research. As my method for data collection, I chose to use a case study of a community of practice that was created for the purpose of this research. A case study allowed me to gather in-depth, real-world information about the phenomenon under study and allowed me the flexibility to gather data from a variety of sources. And a community of practice provided me with opportunities to observe the participants in a more natural environment, as opposed to a research-driven environment. And it allowed participants to direct the discussion and therefore provided rich data focusing on their experience and needs and limited my influence. Data was collected through three sources. The first was electronic demographic questionnaires that were emailed to participants. This provided me with background information about the participants and created context for the data. The community of practice consisted of fortnightly recorded Teams meetings where the participants chose the topics that we discussed, and a WhatsApp group where participants could communicate daily and share resources. Data collection continued for a duration of 4 months. Braun and Clark's reflexive thematic analysis was chosen to analyze the data. At the time of this recording, I was busy with data collection and had started with the familiarization phase. I was listening to the recordings and correcting the transcriptions, and then reading and rereading the transcripts. Alongside this, I was and am keeping a reflective journal to reflect on my decisions, assumptions, expectations, and actions throughout the research process. Although I cannot report on the results of the research yet, the anticipated results are as follows. By understanding the community service OT's experiences in wheelchair service delivery, it can guide stakeholders on what information and skills are important, as well as guide institutions creating CPD courses to meet the community service OT's needs in wheelchair service delivery. By understanding the facilitators and barriers, context is given to the community service OT's experience of wheelchair service delivery. It identifies what is and what is not working and can help stakeholders make changes where it is necessary. By understanding their support needs, stakeholders such as OTASA, hospital management, rural rehab South Africa, and universities will have some guidance on how they can support community service OTs in providing wheelchair services. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my presentation.